Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome to another episode of some Mega Turtle gameplay, guys. Here I'm going to take you 29, Mega Turtle stage 29 to 38, you guys. Now, in post, this was a 56-minute video, guys. Well, actually 52. So I double times it. I actually sped it up 2 times in post. So guys, what you're seeing is a 2 times speed per editing on my computer, so it's still pretty easy to follow, but I just wanted to make this and cut it in half to only 26 minutes, guys. So on stage 29, guys, most of my attacks throughout this whole 29 through 38 were 2 attacks, except for one where I had to do 3 attacks on stage 31. I have 2 solos throughout this video to tune into as well. But guys, stage 29 was a 2-hit attack here. First, I'm going with the tanks, the skanks, whatever you want to call them, and the silver bullet, guys. That's what I primarily use throughout this whole episode, so stay tuned for that, guys. So right here on the first attack, my tanks do a pretty stinking good job clearing the defenses outright, guys. The bullet is OP, 100% OP, guys. He is a lifesaver when it comes to the tanks and the scorchers, guys, because it buys time for them to do some work while the bullet is like seriously tanking all the damage, guys. So the first attack, again, not super bad there. I was happy with it, and I was going to be really pleased if I could actually take it out a second attack. So again, running the skanks and the bullet, I run them up to the top. I did smoke there for a second just because the shock launcher may have clipped my tanks. Again, guys, my tanks are super slow. My scorchers made it. I shocked prematurely those cannons, and by the time that the tanks went around that corner, I had to shock them again because I didn't want them popping my tank. So once the shield was down, you guys, I knew it was a GG because here I am again. I have Bullet and his energy drink, and again, when you give him his energy drink, guys, he replenishes his health, and it just does work. I did lose a Scorcher, but guys, a victory is a victory, and that's all we care about on the Mega Turtle. So stage 29 does go down in a bang, guys. Moving on to stage 30, guys, here. Stage 30 also, this was a solo, guys, believe it or not. Again, this was the hacking tool where you get to hack your defense. No, I'm sorry. Shock. I'm so sorry. Shock your defenses for a very, 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 very long time. And that's what I did to those shock launchers. Gave them a little taste of their own medicine, if you want to put it that way. So basically, I am blasting the boom cannons you see right there because I know those are tanks and Scorcher's worst enemy. So in doing that, I'm thinking, oh, that cryo bomb, I totally forgot about that. And luckily, it really didn't affect my troops, guys, which was a benefit and a plus. So I popped the other 2 cryo bombs, and I clipped a couple tanks there, and I'm like, ugh. So now that they're walking like little Zookas on the left, I had Bullet come aboard, guys. And again, Bullet leading the pack was what I really wanted because he can take everything. Look at these cannons, guys, and these rocket launchers blasting the Bullet, guys, and letting my tanks freely hit these defenses. I mean, it is, look at my Scorchers are gone already, guys, and Bullet is still thriving strong. Again, the hero that just came into this game, Silver Bullet, I call him that, Private Bullet, whatever you want to call him, he is a lifesaver and is a game changer when it came to this Mega Turtle, guys. So as you see there, a solo in its path right there, stage 30, smoking that tank because he was low on HP, and down it goes, guys, 30 just like that. So I was super pleased with that. I was pumped, super pumped. And moving on to the 3 attack one, guys, the stage 31. This one right here was the hack. What I didn't know before I attacked this was you could hack the HQ. I just found out from one of my subs today, Growing Christian. Thank you so much for letting me know because I got a surprise for you guys on stage 36 if you haven't already seen it already. But guys, 31 here was kind of a pain. Again, like I said, I didn't know about the hacking of the HQ. Otherwise, I would have just barded and artilleried the shield generators and then went right for the HQ with the hacks on the second attack. So in a sense, guys, this could have taken me only 2 attacks, but instead, OP Destroy, kind of not knowing anything, goes back in with Scorchers and Tanks, guys, to clear a nice path for the third attack to finally take it out. So this one doesn't do it, guys, but I do a pretty good job of clearing and do what I have to do to get it done, guys. So again, in 2 times, I'm trying to, well, I did actually hack those shock launchers, which was a benefit, guys, because nothing's wrong with shocking and hacking defenses that are just a pain in the rear end. So again, I do apologize for it so zoomed back, but I had to get a good playing field on what exactly I was doing. I try to zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see it, but look at the bullet, giving him his energy drink, guys, and I love it when you give him the energy drink because it replenishes his health. And it just makes him unstoppable. Look at the bullet lying in front lines, taking all the rocket damage, guys. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I know this isn't going down because the shield is super fully full of HP, and I knew my tanks were not going to take it down. So I figured, okay, fine. As long as my tanks could kind of clear that cannon and mortar, I will be happy. So right now, all I have going right now are rockets hitting my tank. So I figured, well, if that's only going to be the things that are hitting my tanks, I know that next one should be definitely taken down. I do believe maybe in the next attack I do hack that shock launcher, or maybe that doom cannon. I don't remember, but the fact of the matter is it's a 3 attack victory, guys. So again, yeah, trying to chug through the time here. The tanks are taking forever. The time's running out. Come on, rockets, take my tanks out. I know they lose. Again, guys, this is replay gameplay. I do apologize for not going live on this because it just takes too long. I'm scouting a lot. I'm cutting a lot of the scouting out, guys, so I could jump right into these attacks. So there it is right there, guys. I do actually hack that shock launcher. I also hacked that doom cannon, like I said, and I begin now to freely get my tanks and my Scorchers out and the bullet. You could never leave the bullet behind, guys. And we move ourselves all the way to the right. I got to get a little bit more familiar with running the tanks and the skanks. You got to let the tanks out first. Bullet first to actually guard the tanks in case there's boom cannons around, but let the Scorchers out last because they go the fastest. And look at the tanks, they're still trailing a pretty darn good mile behind the Scorchers. So right when we get to the HQ, guys, I do have cannons hitting my tanks and my Scorchers. Well, actually my Scorchers and bullets. There goes one right there. So I'm just kind of just hoping. There is the bullet right in front of the tanks, which is exactly what I wanted, because look at him taking all the rocket launcher damage, and it just couldn't be more awesome, guys. Once I realized, oh my gosh, bullet's gonna fall soon, I was wondering if my tanks even had it in them, guys, to finish this off, but luckily enough I was able to do it, and 31 does fall. This is my only stage, guys, where I use 3 attacks. Everything else is 2 attacks, and I have a precious, awesome, amazing solo to show you guys after finally knowing you can hack the HQ with the hacking device. So again, super pumped, guys. Super duper pumped. Again, my GBE, guys, 182% fully boosted. Now, I also have the tribal region boosted as well, fully boosted to 30%. So, if you really want to be technical, it's 212 GBE percentage-wise. So again, 147 max GBE on gunboat I have running this turtle. So I was like, all right. I saw the chicken too. He had like 200, a little over 200 maybe, I think, of actual gunboat energy. So kudos to him and good luck to him on this mega turtle. And I'm trying to really make the top 50 in the US, guys, here before this mega turtle swims away for good. So on this stage, guys, I have the actual magical super ninja warriors. they come out of like the woodworks like doing flips, and it's really totally cool. So what I do here is, again, I'm just clearing a nice path, letting the critters out on the left side, because that's just free GBE and distraction-free critters, guys, to help those rockets kind of like take the distraction and the stress off the tanks. But as you see here, guys, I thought I did a pretty decent clear here. I'm sending some karate chopping warriors over to those shield generators, which really didn't do much because those boom cannons took them out pretty darn fast. And down goes 32, guys, with, I think, a nice clear. I decided to throw a little med kit right there and said, I don't know why. I think I just misclicked. But, guys, moving in now finally for the kill. We just decided to go take out that boom cannon and use a nice little healthy double barrage or triple barrage to wipe out that shock launcher and rocket launcher. Might as well, right? Finally, once we get up there, guys, I'm just hoping now, like, there's just so many boom cannons, but they can all be shocked together. So I was hoping once I get there, I can actually shock them all like that. And again, that cryo bomb did help slowing them down. I threw some critters out to kind of help distract those things when they came back online. And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I have enough for one more shock here, and we need to start taking these boom cannons down. Thankfully, I had a Scorcher left and the Bullet himself, guys, to help take the damage from these boom cannons. I got low battery on my phone right now, but again, this was another play I was like biting my nails on because I wasn't sure, but I looked and I'm thinking, oh, my tanks are firing at that core, and I got to throw a med kit, and I was super pumped because the bullet just fell, and so did the core, guys. So stage 32 does go down just like that on 2 attacks, and I couldn't be any happier, guys. So moving on to stage 33. Look at this monster of a monster, guys. Again, running with the skanks and bullet, guys. So far, it's been a lot of these this troop combination throughout these later stages, guys. Believe it or not, and we owe it mostly to the bullet, guys. It's bullet that's keeping the skanks alive at these longer stages. Again, heavy Zuka, if you got a lot of GBE and troop damage and everything like that, go ahead, knock yourself out. Go for the solo, you heroes. But I'm trying to play it safe because I know that I'm limited on my GBE, on my everything else. So I'm trying to make myself an easy path, guys, for the core. And so basically just kind of barraging, getting everything out of commission here. And my tanks are still pretty healthy to do a good job. We're kind of like working the left side on that flamethrower still. I'm like, come on, guys, don't worry about that flamethrower. He is out of play. We don't need to worry about him. But they still, again, are resistant and want to get that flamethrower. So finally, when they finally join their little family of tanks, we kind of do a little bit more clearing because I don't have the bullet anymore. I don't have any of my Scorchers anymore. It's just thank you very much. They get that shock launcher. Thank you, tanks, for doing that. And then basically just clearing what they can do before they fall to their doom by the boom cannons, guys, and everything else hitting them and pegging them and what have you. So next, guys, I do run with a different troop combination here on 33. This was a cool little finish here, using the heavy Zuka 3-5 heavy Zuka combination with Mrs. Brick, guys. Yes, you said it right. Here I am finishing this one. Obviously, Brick couldn't deploy on the same side with the troops, but I saw an example of somebody soloing this way with heavy Zuka, guys, earlier. I didn't do that. I didn't see the video, but this is a kind of a replica. I tried to replicate it. I did a pretty good job. Here I was a little scared, though, because some of my girls got tanked by that shock launcher, and I don't know why they actually targeted them, but here we are, flare into that last actual shield generator so the heavies would spread out and the Zukas would fall behind. We finally get those shield generators out, re-smoke next to that boom cannon, and then I flare to the kill spot, guys. I'm having rockets hitting my troops, but thankfully Brick was still alive. I was able to sit right nice and snug between that rocket launcher boom cannons, and I had a couple shocks left, guys, and I just bricked and sent some troop, and boom, guys, down goes 33 just like that. That was the last heavy Zuka I think I used, but it was mighty fine and it worked, guys. Whatever works, whatever works. So moving on to stage 34, again, another 2 attack. Again, letting all these critters out, guys, over here, meant to distract these boom cannons. Again, using the bullet to lead the way, taunting his way through this stage. I'm letting my tanks kind of get into connection here, setting off cryo bombs, guys. That's my worst pet, my boom beach pet peeve, is missing those cryo bombs and waiting way too late to hit them off when my troops are near, and then they get slowed down, and it just becomes a total menace for me, and it just frustrates me. But for the most part, guys, we do a pretty good job. I love when I see Bullet in front. It makes me feel at peace, guys. It really does, because I know my tanks aren't getting touched unless they're hanging on the side there, and Bullet's not in their path. But we see Bullet again taunting that boom cannon, which helped steer away from any direct damage from my tanks. Right here, my tanks are on the left side, and the boom cannon and the shock launcher are going to go for him, but I had a shock in me, and so I gave him some shock treatment and let my tanks and my scorchers and the Bullet taunting all these boom cannons, sending some little healing critters out over there from courtesy of Mr. Kavan. And guys, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to be able to clear this many buildings and get this far in the game. But I was able to, and just before the tanks fall, we get a couple mortars, I think. Maybe a boom cannon or two, not remembering, but I doubt it. Maybe one. Oh yeah, we got one. And then sayonara goes my tanks, guys. But 34, I was super pumped with that clear, and I totally knew that it was over here. So letting Mr. Bullet out last. There we go, guys. I'm trying to practice my tanks first and then my scorchers, and as you can see, it's very harmonious, guys, when they all meet together. So again, letting the tanks go out first, but I was kind of cautious because the boom cannons were kind of getting close. I re-flared up, guys, so they would all kind of go and meet together, and it worked out because the Bullet came down first, the scorchers kind of came down second, and it was a beautiful family reunion of tanks, scorchers, and the Bullet all together. It was beautiful. So here I am, guys, shocking and trying to shock, taunting that doom cannon. I wanted that doom cannon gone because he was going to be the death of my tanks if he got a hold of him. So again, guys, with Bullet, with the scorchers leading the pack, the tanks were able to just plow through all those defenses, and as you see, the rest is history on this one, guys, and stage 34 is gonna go down with a boom, a bang, just like that. So I couldn't be happier, guys. And as you get higher, guys, I've gotten 2 power powders, I've gotten 3 and 2 intels for this, and it's just super awesome. Stage 35, guys, another 2 attack. Again, Bullet, the scorchers, tanks, and just let them go to town. This was the speed serum round, guys, where I'm telling you what, I love that speed serum. If I had brick and I was using the speed serum, it was be insane, guys. They just go crazy berserk, these scorchers and tanks do, when you got bricks, battle orders, and the speed serum working hand in hand and harmonious. So I wanted to use that to kind of get them to move their little tushes over and knock out all these defenses. I'm looking, come on, get these shield generators, thank you so much, get the boom cannons and the rocket launchers, and do everything you can in your power to just do all the damage you can. I knew I wasn't going to solo this, guys, so I'm just thinking, all right, let's do this, guys. Do everything you can, knock out everything you can, and they did a wonderful job here. So again, I'm getting shocked now by the shock launchers. There's actually 2 of them just kind of pelting my troops, and I sent a nasty barrage on the right side up there, if you can see that what I just did, to try to weaken his rear end, because I don't like shock launchers, guys. But moving in, I finally just say, yeah, I've had it with you. So I light him up with an artillery and a barrage, and I put him to rest. I put him to rest, guys. And now, here we go. Smoking the tanks like I would my Zookas. And again, waiting for my tanks to go first. I kind of let the scorchers and Bullet out a little bit too premature. I should have waited just a little bit longer, because you can see that they outran them tremendously. And right here, I was getting a little scared, because when I ran them around the corner, guys, my smokes were running out, and they were exposed, and the boom cannons were targeting them. But when I hit the speed serum, they moved like somebody lit a match under their bottom, and it was awesome. They finally got behind the scorchers and Bullet, and were able to awesomely take down stage 35, you guys. So was super pumped. The speed serum, I'm super hoping that these gunboat abilities come to the game after this turtle. If that's the rumor, I hope it's true, because this is going to be a game changer, guys, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be super awesome. I can't wait to see what's next. I really can't. Boom Beach is alive again, guys. It is alive again. Guys, 36, this is the solo that you saw earlier. I had to make a special video for it. This was after I knew you could hack the HQ. So what I do here, guys, with only 147 GBE, I was able to rid all these shield generators, barely. What I mean by barely is, you see here, guys, I was just needing a little bit more artillery to knock these out, and I brought my heavies and Zukas and bullet with me, guys. So what I tried to do here, with 8 GBE left, I throw critters to get that cryo bomb out of my commission. I don't want them, and it was also going to slow down the defenses, which helped. So I let my bullet out, I let all the heavies out to take, and all the Zukas underneath them, guys. So I had a beautiful shield of heavies and the bullet, and I'm thinking to myself, come on, give me some GBE. I need to take out those shield generators, and I did. And this is, I only plan to do this in 2 attacks, guys. I plan to get out these shield generators and then go next attack and just hack the HQ. But I realized, wait a second, they're getting me a GBE that I can hack right now. So come on, I'm like, I just need one more. Give me 30 GBE. And they do. I pop the last hacking tool on the HQ, and look at this, guys. Boom, a 36 solo, just like that. Hacking my way through 36. I couldn't be more pleased. That was awesome. Thank you so much again, Growing Christian, for letting me know what was going on with that. So guys, 37 here, another 2 attack using Scorchers, tanks, and the bullet to kind of clear a path here. There was a lot of shock launchers here, guys, so I had to like kind of like shock, and yeah, I shocked both of those ones just to kind of get a foothold on those guys right there. I saw the chickens attack on this one, and he did pretty much the same run here. Well, actually, I didn't. No, he did it first. I'm actually looking at it, and I'm like, that was a good run, so I decided to kind of run the same way, and I did a pretty good job, guys. I will say I did a pretty good job, again, with only 147 GBE, and then minus all the deployment GBE with these tanks and Scorchers. I thought I did a pretty stinking good job. I was able to rid all these shield generators up top there and in the middle, and I was able to get a good nice chunk down just near the core. I was able to kill all those rocket launchers, and it made for a really good second attack, guys. I did use the heavy Zuka. Mr. Chicken did as well. I really wasn't sinking the core that much with them, but you'll see in a second here, as again, my tanks are still pretty healthy. The bullet's still pretty healthy as well. I'm taking these rockets out, throwing critters out to kind of distract the best I can, and I believe I reflared down just to kind of get out of those cannon and that shock launcher way. Bullet's still kind of hanging on to life there, which was good because I needed him to get back in front. I think I had more critters to distract. There's the bullet right in front again. I actually threw those critters to actually get bullet in front, and my tanks were able to kind of plow through these defenses. I was able to seriously almost knock out that rocket launcher there, and I was pretty satisfied with that, guy. So I went heavy Zuka here with Brick. I decided to barrage the poo-poo out of that shock launcher and the rocket launcher just to kind of save a shock. You know, when you can save a shock, why not? With only 45 GBE left, I'm like, all right, I gotta do this and not mess up. So again, laying my troops out, tapping in the wrong spot at the beginning, it got me going. But I got my girls out first, and then I finally let my Brick and the heavies out. Flare right there. I do one smoke, and then another smoke here, and then I just shock. I let my troops just come out of it, fully battle ordered out, just blasting through these defenses, guys. I thought my girls were too intertwined with the heavies, but once they finally moved in a little bit more, I was able to just blast the core down, guys, as you can see here. I didn't have any more GBE to do a battle orders, but we knew that we had time, and it was game over for 37, and boom, just like that, guys. So thank you, Chicken, for that. That helped me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. So, guys, there's my 2 power powders and my 3 intel. So, boom, shaka-laka. Moving on to the last stage for this video, guys. Stage 38 was a 2 attacks again as well. Annihilating those cryo bombs did help. Letting out the bullet first. Very important, guys, when you're doing this. Let out the bullet first so he could take all the damage. I used the taunt ability here to kind of help take out these guys right here. My main plan here was to clear shock launchers, those boom cannons, and kind of get a nice little path up near the core. So I thought I was doing a pretty good job here. Again, Bullet was leading the front. I set his taunt ability out again, and we were able to get that shock launcher taken out easy. I had a shock bomb for those 2 boom cannons to kind of preserve the HP on Mr. Bullet. We were able to clear those guys out, and then finally flaring back over to these shield generators, guys. Didn't have that much GBE left, but I was able to actually smoke them with at least 29 GBE, so I was super pumped about that. I threw an ice shield, Mr. Kavan. Thank you so much for that. Doesn't really do much from my tanks, but guys, you can see here I let Mr. Bullet kind of take the lead before he perishes, and kind of blasting that shock launcher in the corner, kind of hiding away out there above the core. just knowing that I was not going to solo this and finish this. So I wanted to prep myself for the next attack to take this thing down. And again, guys, that's going to do it for 38 on that. And then finally, the last attack here, guys, we are going to take this down. Look at that beautiful like logo just above the turtle with the skull, and then the arms and legs like an octopus type. That is really cool. I love it. I love it. So like Supercell should make a t-shirt with that logo on there. I'd probably buy it. So guys, here we go. Letting out the bullet. He's just taking that rocket like a man. Like a man, he's taking those rockets and lasers and everything in between. So now, again, just kind of smoking my way, just because the rockets were doing pretty good damage to my tanks, and those are what I really relied on, guys, to take this core out. So, again, doing the taunt ability, I'm clearing out a house up here, and again, that shock launcher was taken out, so I'm super pumped that he wasn't in any fact or any kind of issue with me. So I really wasn't sure, guys, with the shield only still being half full, was able to take this thing out. But I was, guys. Do another taunt ability. The actual, I had a Scorcher left and the bullet, and they were doing a pretty good job distracting, guys. Once bullet did fall, I only had rockets hitting us. I sent one last ice shield out there to do it, guys. But this is going to be it, guys, right here. Down goes Mega Stage 38, guys. Mega Turtle. And I couldn't be more pumped, guys. I'm ready to do a live stream tomorrow, guys, on my last, because tomorrow's the last day for me on my account, so I want to go really push hard for the top 50 in the United States. So stay tuned, guys. Live stream is coming your way. That's going to do it for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're doing well in the Mega Turtle, and we'll see you guys soon, and we'll see you tomorrow if you tune in. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great rest of the night. Let me enjoy my Snapple.